and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. It somehow is time yet again for another installment of my series where I share my honest thoughts on new makeup products. And as I'm sitting down to film this video, I already am making a mental list of some new products that I need to order to include in the next one of these videos. So I think at this point, it's pretty safe to say that this was probably going to be a monthly series on my channel. I'm going to be talking about some new products from Minori Beauty, MOB Beauty, also Root, and Exa as well. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on those products and seeing me apply some of them, be sure to keep watching. So first off, I'm going to start off by talking about Minori Beauty. And I picked up two products from the brand. The brand is brand new. It's a completely new clean beauty brand. And the idea behind Minori Beauty is a very minimalist makeup brand. Think basically like Merit Beauty vibes. And I picked up two of their products. I picked up their cream blush because we all know how I feel about cream blushes, and their cream highlighter as well. They did come out with some lip glosses. However, if you watched my recent lip product declutter video, I will link that up above if you didn't. It's a really long video, but I really went through every single lip product in my entire collection. You'll notice I decluttered a lot of lip glosses, and I felt like I just had a lot of lip glosses, and I have lip glosses that I really enjoy, and I just wasn't interested in picking up another lip gloss. I'm really trying to keep my purchases to products that I really feel like I have a potential to use and enjoy. And I don't know, the lip gloss just wasn't jumping out at me. But I was interested in their cream blush and their cream highlighter. You guys know, if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, that I love a good cream blush and cream highlighter. So I am going to be applying these products today and sharing my thoughts. So let's start off with the cream blush. I have this one in the shade Scarlet. There are two shades of the cream blush. I think the other one may be called Orchid, if I'm not mistaken. But I went with this one. I just like the color of it. I thought it was a little bit more unique than other products in my collection. And here's the thing. This is a perfectly fine cream blush, but it is not one of my favorite formulas. And the reason why is that can you see that I'm applying it? But I feel like it just takes me applying so much product to really get it to show up on my skin. And I have fair porcelain skin. And that's kind of what bugs me about this. There's two shades of the cream blush. I feel like if I struggle and have to apply so much product to get it to really show up on my skin, then if you have a deeper skin tone, you're gonna run into issues with this product. Once I kind of powder my face, I'm gonna have to go on top of the powder and apply a little bit more because the powder obviously is going to, not exactly dilute, but it's going to decrease the saturation of the product. So that's another thing. I just feel like I am already using so much product. You can't tell from looking at it, but there's a little divot in here just from me having to dig a lot of product out to actually get it to show up on my skin. And the shade is nice. I have nothing against the shade. And I completely understand where the brand is coming from in terms of being a more minimal makeup brand. However, being minimal doesn't mean that you don't cater to everyone's skin tones. You can just release a cream highlighter, a cream blush, and lip glosses. I have no problem with that. My problem is if you release two shades of blush, and I'm not convinced that this is going to work well if you have a deep skin tone. I do like the packaging. It is glass packaging, and the top just says Minori on it. It's a very nice, minimal, aesthetic packaging. We like glass packaging, but the product itself just falls a bit flat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to powder under my eyes, powder the rest of my face. I've really been only using powder foundations recently. I've been loving the Hynt Beauty Encore powder foundation. I'm gonna put that all over my face, and then I will apply the highlighter on top of that. Yeah, I'm looking in the mirror after I powdered, and I feel like I lost a lot of that blush. I'm just gonna put a smidge more on to just kind of give me a little bit more color in the cheeks. I'm just in a blush mood. But I guess, in short, my thoughts on this formula is it's nice. It's obviously quite blendable. It's not too oily. I wouldn't say it dries down to a powder finish. It stays a little bit more creamy, but it does, obviously I'm applying it on top of powder foundation right now, and it's not picking things up and moving things around. So it plays nicely with powders. But here's the thing, is there's so many beautiful cream blushes on the market, and I just don't really see where the innovation comes in this one. Like, why is this one far superior to the other ones? Because I wouldn't say in pigmentation that it is. I wouldn't say the shades are particularly innovative, nor is the formula. I wouldn't recommend it over other cream blushes that I love. So next we're going to talk about the highlighter. So there were only 2 shades of the highlighter, and when I looked at the swatches online, I was real nervous to be purchasing the highlighter because I have really fair porcelain skin. A lot of highlighters, like the undertone in the highlighter is too deep for my skin tone, which means that when I look straight on, you can actually see, instead of just like not seeing the highlighter, you see like a shadow on my cheeks, which is not the look I'm going for. And I picked up this shade here, which is Champagne. There was a more gold shade. I can't remember what that one's called. When I looked at the gold shade, I was like, there is no chance that that is gonna work on my skin tone. And to be honest, the shade Champagne I've got swatched right here, you can see it. It's looking a little deep for my skin tone. This highlighter in the shade Champagne really walks that line of what highlighters would work for fair porcelain skin. And I can make it work, but it's not my favorite highlighter because the undertone is just not light enough. So I would say on this product, it also kind of falls victim to, in a similar way to the blush, that the shades, 2 shades are just not sufficient. And I think more brands are starting to realize this and see this. I was thinking of a brand that launched 2 shades at the beginning. I was thinking of the Tower 28 bronzers. That's a good example. And then they expanded their shade range, and now I believe there are 5 bronzers. And do all 5 of those work for everyone? No, but that's a brand that has a pretty minimal product line. Like, it has their lip glosses, they have their bronzer, their blush, and their highlighter, and then they also have their like setting spray. But like, they're a pretty minimal brand, but they have a lot of shades in each of their product categories, which I think is what I'm looking for with a more minimal brand. So, okay, so you can see the highlighter here. Like, it's really pretty and it looks nice. It's just when I look straight ahead, depending on how I look, I can see a bit of a shadow. So this is just not my favorite highlighter for that reason. And I do like the formula. It's not overly creamy or sticky. And I do like that because then, you know, my hair's not getting like glued to the highlighter itself, but the shade for me really just doesn't quite cut it. I'm not going to be applying these today because I obviously have put on blush, but I do need to do a get ready with me and show you me using these. These are the new cream blushes from MOB Beauty. They very kindly sent them to me. I'm sorry it has taken me this long to really talk about them. There was like a mailing mishap, and basically my blushes got sent to Vancouver, and I don't live in Vancouver. It took me a little while, but they were able to send me the blushes here in Boston, which is where I am. I really have been enjoying these blushes. I've been using the Minori Beauty and trying them out, and also been playing with the MOB Beauty for well over a month now. And I really enjoy this formula. It is definitely much more pigmented, which is what I was kind of saying. Yes, these shades look kind of bold and intense in the pan, but you can sheer them out, but you can definitely build them up. And I feel like regardless of every shade's not going to work for every skin tone because there's actually a sufficient amount of pigment in the product. I feel like it can work for a wider range of skin tones. And even though I do have very fair porcelain skin, I can get this sheared out, especially if I use a stippling brush. I can really shear this out and get a nice washy color. I like that the formula is a bit more of a cream to powder finish, so it dries down a little bit. It doesn't stay too emollient. It's not too slippery on my cheeks, which is what I've come to realize I really prefer with a cream blush formula. I was thinking about it, and do I love this more than the Kara Weiss blush formula? Probably not. There's something so magical about that Kara Weiss cream blush formula. I don't know what they've done, but something in there is magical. But I would say that these are a really solid cream blush option, and they are one that I would recommend, especially because they do come at a more affordable price point than like the Kara Weiss. And they, are designed to be refillable with a refillable packaging, which we all appreciate. So stay tuned. I will do a get ready with me using these hopefully pretty soon. But yes, in case you were curious, I do really like these cream blushes. So next up, I wanted to talk about this product, and it is a newer product. I wouldn't say it's like one of the newest launches, but I have had some people ask me if I've tried this out, and so I decided to try it out. This is the Root Eye Primer. We all know my Red Eye Eye Primer has been there in Space's Eye Primer, but it's discontinued. So I'm trying to find a new eye primer that like compares to that one. And we finally found it. This is from Root. And the one downside I will say is it is a tinted eye primer, and this shade of it works pretty well for my skin tone. But if you have a deeper skin tone at all, this is going to show up and be very much a brightening eye primer, which maybe is what you want, but it is something to keep in mind. I would like to see them come out with a couple shades of this. That way you could have an eye primer that kind of matches your skin tone if you would like that. But this is a tinted eye primer. It's very stiff in the pan. That's the interesting thing about this product. I really feel like I have to kind of warm it up. You can see me kind of rubbing my finger in here to get some to come off of my finger. But I think because it is really stiff, that's also what makes it a good eye primer, because it really helps to hold things in place. Would I say it's as good as the Aaron's Faces eye primer? Probably not. Just because the helmet is so good. It's so amazing. However, out of all the other eye primers I've tried in Clean Beauty, this one comes in a close second because it actually holds stuff in place. My eyeshadows actually do have longevity when I'm using them. And I've done a test where I wore this eye primer with eyeshadow and then wore the Aaron's Faces eye primer on the other eye with eyeshadow. I did a shorts video and also a reels on Instagram. I'll link the shorts video up above where I show you them side by side, how they perform, how they wear. And yeah, this eye primer does really help eyeshadows hold up and stay in place. So if you are like me and you have oily eyelids, if you have hooded eyelids, if you just need something to help glue your eyeshadow in place and not have it move around and crease on you, definitely check this out. Like I said, this is the closest I've come to the Aaron's Faces eye primer. It is a really good formula. So the last product we're going to be talking about is this one here from Exa. Exa Beauty is basically Creative's in-house beauty brand. They have their foundation and their primer that came out about a year ago, I think. And then they came out with these color melts. This is the Light Show. There are two formulas. I just picked up one and I have the shade BFF. I heard kind of mixed reviews on these, so I didn't want to pick up one from each formula. And also the shades from the other formula just weren't really grabbing me. And I have been testing it for a while, and I have to be really honest, this product is like super lackluster. There are so many other products on the market that just are better than this. Like, this is just not worth it at all. I honestly have not been very impressed by the Exa brand. I mean, I very much appreciate the shade range of their foundation. They have a shade that actually like matches me super well, which I never find in foundations. But this product is just like, I don't know, it's just not really doing much for me. Like, here it is swatched on my hand, and like, it's metallic, but there are things that look better. I'm gonna swatch the Kosas 10-second eyeshadow in the shade Globe underneath it, and you'll just see it's just like a different look. Like, this is just not that metallic. It's not very glittery. It's just very ho-hum. Yeah, just look at the Kosas 10-second eyeshadow underneath it. Like, look at the way that's reflecting the light. It's just, and I mean, obviously we all know that not all the 10-second eyeshadow formulas are created equally, but it's just a more metallic, more beautiful product, and I think it looks a lot better on my eyes than this. I'm obviously about to apply the Exa color melt to my eyes. Oops, got a little bit too much there. It's just not, it is not anything I would write home about. And also the Ilia, their liquid highlighter product, I've used that on my eyes. I prefer the way that looks. I think it holds up better. I think it just looks better. That's what I mean. It's just another case of like, there are just better products on the market. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to tell you that stuff. I'm here to try it out and tell you those thoughts. I got it on my eyes, but like, it's not doing that much. And I feel like when you blend it, it really just kind of blends away. And I don't think it's just the color. I I think it really is the formula. Like, it's just not doing that much. I normally don't watch reviews of the products, but I did watch Hey Kaki's review, and she actually is basically allergic to the product. I have pretty sensitive eyes. Actually, I have very sensitive eyes, and I haven't had any like sensitivities or allergic reactions to this. That is something to keep in mind. That someone did have sensitivities to it, but I would not recommend this at all. Like, I just think it's very much a flop. There are, like I said, better products in the market. It's not worth it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section down below what are some other new releases you're interested in me trying. I think I'm going to purchase the new Ilia mascara. I also have been going back and forth about the new Aether Beauty Rose Quartz palette. Kind of leaning towards not, because I still have my original Aether Beauty one and I don't really feel like I need a new one. We'll see. But yeah, let me know what other releases you are interested in, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers, so yeah. Be sure to click the subscribe button and click the bell button so you're notified of when I post new videos, and come follow me on Instagram. I'm at naturallybeautifulgirlkat there. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!